Hello and welcome to today's video where I will be discussing trading versus staking in the crypto world. Trading refers to buying and selling of assets, in this case cryptocurrencies, in order to make a profit. Trading involves active management of one's portfolio and, more importantly, risk management. Portfolio management requires a good understanding of the market and the ability to make informed decisions based on market conditions, or rather, current market conditions. One second. There are pros and cons of trading. One of the biggest advantages is the potential for significant profits. On the flip side, you have a high possibility of losing everything you invest or more. I'm thinking about leverage in this case. How do you trade? How do you successfully trade? Well, first you need to keep a very close eye on the market conditions and you need to make informed decisions. This is the only way you can maximize your profits and reduce risk. Reducing risk is potentially more important than having profits because if you don't have your risk management technique in place, you're good as dead, basically. Trading provides a level of control and flexibility as you can do it in theory whenever you want and from wherever you want. From experience, I can tell you, however, that if you don't take trading seriously, similar to a 9 to 5 job, you are increasing your risk of failure, of heavy losses. You need to understand the market very well. You need to understand how leverage works. You need to understand market structures, price actions, different graphs, although that's not technically correct. You need to understand how a graph works, how the market operates. For instance, the market operates in waves and is self-correcting. Also, the market is always right. There is no the price is too high or the price is too low or it's overvalued or undervalued. At any given moment in time, the market is always right. Now let's talk about drawbacks to trading. One of the highest risks, like I mentioned, is the potential for significant loss. This increases if you use leverage. Do not use leverage. That's my advice for anyone who's a beginner or doing this for a medium amount of time. The cryptocurrency market, which is the main topic I'm covering, is volatile and by definition unpredictable. The same applies to the stock market. However, the vast majority of the stock market is less volatile. Yes, I know there are tickers that go up and down with uh, significantly because they're pumped and dumped, but that's a different topic. Trading requires a significant amount of time and effort. Like I said, you have a possibility of treating trading as I can do it whenever I want, for how long I want, and from wherever I want. This is possible. But this is only possible if you reach a certain level. If you're a beginner or you're only, let's say, for 6 months in the game, this is not something you can do. You're better off treating it as a 9 to 5 job, and you have to be very serious because it's a very high stress, let's call it job if you want, or source of income. That would make more sense. What about the rewards of trading? Well, like I said, the, the biggest reward is the potential, and I underline this, the potential for significant profits. You need to know when to buy and when to sell with a certain risk management technique in place. When you trade, you don't talk about how many X's you made, you talk about R's, which is risk versus reward. You can have a 3R or a 5R or a 1R, and you don't talk about 1x or 2x or 3x's. Additionally, trading provides level of control and flexibility. Like I said, only if you're at a certain level. If you're good enough and you've been doing this for long enough, you can definitely get control of your life. Fly wherever you want, work or trade rather, as much as you want, and be successful. Do remember, trading has many aspects. It's not only about going long or going short, which is buying low and selling high, or the opposite. It's also about understanding leverage, understanding markets, understanding macroeconomic situations and conditions. It's much more complex. So, in conclusion, trading, at least in the cryptocurrency world, can be highly rewarding and it can be a very exciting opportunity. But, and this is a big but, it comes with its own set of risks and challenges. You need to dedicate a huge amount of time in understanding, learning, practicing, losing. You will be losing a lot. But eventually, if you stick to it and you give it enough time, you will be successful. You do need, however, a big amount of capital. It's not something you can do with 1,000 euros. You can, of course, but you're wasting your time. Imagine if you have 1,000 euros and you gamble that and you double your money. Okay, now you have 2,000. Now imagine if you have 100 grand and you dedicate the same amount of time, you get 200 grand. Which one will make you better off? The second option, of course. So to keep in mind, you need a huge amount of money to start off. By huge, I mean 50 grand would be the minimum. Ideally, you would have more than that. And if you have 50 grand to start off, make sure you have enough money to sustain yourself for 1 full year without a job. For sure. Now, let's talk about staking. Staking is another form of making money that's less risky than trading. So, what is it? Well, in essence, you are holding onto a certain amount of coins, in this case cryptocurrency, in order to support the network's operations and earn a reward because of it. It's very similar to earning interest on your savings account, but instead of doing it with fiat, which is real money, quote unquote real, instead of euros or pound sterling, you do it with cryptocurrencies. What are the pros of crypto staking, or as it's called, staking? Take this with a bit of salt, the pinch of salt. Passive income would be something that comes to mind, but do realize you need to keep an eye on everything. You do need to be aware of your surroundings in terms of the market conditions. However, that being said, this passive income allows you to earn coins without doing pretty much anything. You stake your coins, aka you lock them or you don't, and you just earn a reward. The reward is earned in kind, which means the coins you stake are the coins you receive as reward. If I stake Ethereum, I'm going to get Ethereum back. If I stake Bitcoin, I'm going to get Bitcoin back. Another very good pro of staking is it doesn't really require any technical skills. It's very easy to create an account on Binance or Kraken, buy some coins, on-ramp some cash, buy some coins, and then stake it. It's extremely easy. You can do the same from different wallets that support this. And another benefit is that you actually help secure the network because if you participate in staking, you are helping to secure the network. Now, what are the downsides? The downsides are the fact that you do need a high initial investment, unlike trading where you need, let's say, 50, 70, 100 grand. You can start off with less, but it makes no sense to start off with 100, 200 euros. You do need more than that. What many people do is they take part in staking pools, which is a place where people come together to stake their coins in one place to earn more reward. It's very simple, but this increases the risk of centralization. because crypto by definition is, or rather started off as decentralized, if you're very much into this decentralized thing, you might want to think about staking your coins with other people in a pool. Another downside is the lockup period. Depending on the software you use, and I quote unquote software, whether it's a centralized exchange or your wallet, you can or cannot have a lockup or lock-in period. In the case of Polkadot, if you stake on chain, meaning let's say from a ledger or an Exodus, which I highly do not recommend using Exodus, you have a lock-in period of 28 days, meaning you stake your coins, and the moment you hit unstake, you're gonna need to wait 28 days before they give the coins back to you. So keep that in mind. There are some risks and obviously some rewards to this whole ordeal. So let's go over the risks first. You do risk of losing your coins if you stake in a pool or if you stake in your own wallet. I was sadly the victim of such a hack. Somehow, someone managed to withdraw a decent amount of Ethereum and Bitcoin from my Exodus wallet. I will not go into details, but security is paramount. With staking, with crypto, you have everything in your hands. You don't rely on any entity, any regulated entity to sue or recover your funds for you. So be aware of that. Obviously, because crypto is very volatile, you have price fluctuation. And because it's unregulated at the moment, you run the risk of certain coins being deemed as securities and thus having the price either drop or pump. You never know. I'm thinking about XRP in this case, Ripple. What about rewards? Well, one good reward in the case of staking is that you get regular rewards, meaning you stake your coins and every so often you get a portion back. So if I stake, let's say 200 Polkadot, once or twice a week, I might get 0.5 or 0.2. It depends. It depends on the APR. It depends on a few things. But you do get regular rewards. And last but not least, you have an incentive for holding. Staking provides an incentive for holding onto your coins because this can help increase their value over time. Meaning, if the price of coin X is, let's say, 100 euros now, and I stake it for 3 years, and in 3 years it triples in price, I will first get 3 times the amount of money I've put in, actually 2 if you think about the initial investment. And on top of that, I will be able to sell freshly mint coins that I didn't buy. So if I bought, let's say, 100 coins of X coin, and it triples in price after 3 years, I can sell at a pretty decent profit. And in the meantime, if I earned, let's say 50, I get more profit on top. So there's a very high incentive for holding. So in conclusion, crypto staking is a process that allows you to earn reward by holding onto a certain amount of cryptocurrency coins. The topic is much deeper than that, but I won't cover it here. It's a form of passive income. It doesn't require any technical skills, and it does help secure the network. It comes with risks, and it comes with rewards. Please have a listen again to the video if you want to know which ones. And if you liked it, hit subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.